Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Business Pillar Live. My name is Tanvir Rahman and I will be sharing online business strategies and how you can grow your business online. Alright, today is episode 400. Yes, it is 400 episode. And in this episode, I will be talking about how you can keep the audience engaged with you on an event, like it's gonna be like workshop, webinar, or some challenges. Alright, you ready? Let's get started. And also, if you're joining me for the first time from YouTube, make sure to drop a like and subscribe because I do Business Pillar Live every single day for you so you can grow your business fast and free. As of like we are doing a workshop soon, like maybe end of this month or maybe beginning of the next month. So you can stay tuned to get updated, all right? But why I'm sharing this, because that's why like I'm sharing some of our strategy and behind the scene about how we are using things, and I'll be talking about you all like what is some of the strategy that we're using and how we can like manipulate or make our way in, right? So today is part of it as well, right? Because previously I talked about something and today is another thing. So because sometimes like when you're doing an event, like not for webinar, like webinar is something different, like that's a one day event, but when you're doing it in a workshop like 2 or 3 days or challenge like multiple like 1 week or 10 days or even more, it's hard to keep the audience engaged with you, right? Because people fall off, like they don't show up, these things happen, right? So let me share with you like what we are doing and for our workshop, and if you can do the similar thing and model it for yourself as well, right? So number one, it's gonna be know your audience. This is really important because when you know your audience, like, and what they want and what they like and what they don't like, this thing is gonna be really easy and really fun for you because you can just deliver what they're looking for, right? You don't have to sneak away your way in or do some drama or nothing. You know who they are, what they want. You can just directly hit on their pain point, and it can really be amazing. Like if you will be really like moved on, like all right, how the result will shock you. So you just need to figure out all right what type of client you're working with, like their age, or like if you can go deeper as much as possible, and this way like you can really figure out your audience. Number two, make it fun, like just have more energy. Like if you're just doing like less energy, then this is not gonna happen, right? So you have to come up with big energy and good energy. Like if you look at some of the big entrepreneurs, like successful ones, like if you should look at Tony Robbins, Tim Graziosi, like they were doing time to thrive challenge, like it was 5 day, right? And what they do, they come up with good energy and make the whole stage like jump off, like because you'll see like everyone is jumping around on their webcam. Why? Because they make it fun, because they make the experience really amazing. That's why people show up even more than any other challenge in the world, right? So make the experience fun. It's gonna be really amazing for you and your audience, and you can keep engaged and stay engaged with the audience. Number three, keep easing assignments, all right, or homework. So whenever you're doing a multiple day workshop or event or challenge, what you're doing, make sure you give them assignments that are easy to do. Like don't just give them, hey, like give me a video or something like really hard task. That guess what gonna happen? Like people will say, oh, like I'm gonna do it later, and then people forget, and people say, oh, like I've never done my homework, so I'm gonna skip it. You don't want this to happen, so you just give them a quick assignment with a reward, and this way like they can do the assignment. Maybe you just give them a few checklists, all right, so complete the checklist or something like that. That will like they will be engaged with you, they can do the homework, and they will show up even more. Step number four is make the event short, right? This one is really important because if you are doing a one like 7 day event or 10 day event or whatever you're doing, right? If your event is long, sometimes like your audience might get loose because you don't have that much audience, right? Because when you're starting out, like you don't get to like hundreds of thousand people subscribe to the email list, or hundreds and thousands of people are like registered for the event. Now like maybe there's 1,000 people the most when you were starting out. Then guess what, like if you just, and then not 100 like not 1,000 people are gonna show up, right? So maybe like 300 people show up for the first day. And then it's gonna be like 250. Then next day it's gonna be like 200. Then 180, 170. Right? People will show up less. So if you're just going for long term, like you see, all right, how many people might join with you, and then that's when like you can do it. Like if you're doing a paid challenge, that's completely different scenario. But I'm talking about free stuff, right? Because people just tend to lose things up like when you're doing a free event. So if you're doing a free event, make it short. Like look at what other people's doing, like Teen Raziosi or Robis, like they're doing short challenge, like free challenge, they're making it short because they get people engaged. And last but not least is gonna be like good call to action. Like good call to action is not nothing like about all that you have to sell every single time. You can do something else, like you can say, hey look, tomorrow is gonna be something really amazing. You tease them about next day, and then you say like make sure to show up, you book the time in, or do whatever you want. Like good call to action. I don't know, maybe it's gonna be like, yeah, like you will sell your stuff, but also make them show up, like talk about showing up, because sometimes the people might forget that this is just a 5-day event. Like, they might say, oh, like this is a 1-day event, let me give up today, right? Don't do this. Give them a good call to action, and then what's the next step for them? Like, is it gonna be like subscribing to your podcast or subscribing to your email list, or your YouTube or whatever, like buy your offer, like whatever you want, like make them a good call to action. That's where like they will be engaged with you, they will be able to learn more from you at the same time, right? So that's it for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And also, if you're building an online business and starting new, you can always get my 8-step guide to get your ideal client beta for free. All you have to do is send me a DM on Instagram, and if you're joining me from YouTube, there's a link for my Instagram down below the like button. You can send me a DM there, and I will send it to you as your DM. Alright guys, that's it for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.